What is up, my beautiful friends? Welcome back to the hashtag Get Unstuck podcast. I am your host, Heather Newman, and if you are new here, welcome. If you are back for episode number 212, today we're going to talk about unlocking your potential and, of course, the process that we've been using to get unstuck. I've been recording this podcast since 2019, and the name of it is hashtag Get Unstuck, and there's a reason, right? We all use that terminology. We get into a funk, we get into a rut, and sometimes we just need to be reminded that we have the tools that we can actually pull ourselves out of that, and if not, I'm here to help you do that.
You're listening to the hashtag Get Unstuck podcast, your go-to source for all things health and fitness transformation, with certified nutrition coach and specialist turned online fitness planning mentor, Heather Newman. Heather's goal is to empower women like you to take control of your overall health and fitness strategy. Tune in each week for a realistic approach as she shares tips and tools to glitter your soul and add sparkle to your life. Let's get unstuck. You are not a tree. So let's learn to move, change, and find true happiness by creating a vision and living your dreams. For blog posts, exclusive offers, fitness strategies, monthly VIP challenges, at-home workout plans, and more, be sure to subscribe to GLITTERU.com. Now tighten that ponytail, embrace a more fulfilled and positive approach to life, and let's get happy. Here's your host, Heather Newman.
All right, how are you doing today, you guys? I want to say welcome back to episode number 212 of the hashtag Get Unstuck podcast. I am Heather Newman, and today we're going to dive into a transformative little process that we've been using since 2017 to kind of process and help you break down from feeling stuck and to unlock your true potential. So I want you to tune in, or I invite you to tune in every Wednesday at noon Central Standard Time for the latest chats, rants, and basically motivational vibes, especially when we need it the most. Hopefully you'll go on a little walk with us. We call it Tone Babe Walking. Take a little walk for 30 minutes, put the hashtag Get Unstuck podcast in your ears, and it will definitely change your energy. It'll change your day. It's a great way to start your day. So speaking of getting started, let's do that. It really basically boils down to this, okay? When we feel stuck, it's because we think that something outside of us needs to happen before we can do our job, before we can take action. I saw that this week and the week before. And I'm currently still going through this. Noodles are 11-year-old Morky, I believe is what they call you. Huh, little New? He's in here with us. He's a Maltese and a Yorkie mix, we believe. He found me and my family in 2015, and he definitely rescued us. He's been feeling under the weather. And I'm asking for some healing prayers. I believe in prayer, and we could be really specific with praying for his little liver, his lungs, and his appetite to be healed. Please take a moment to pray for him and for us. We appreciate it so much. This situation with my little new boo had me in such a funk, like the biggest funk. I was off track. I was stuck. I was just not in it, you guys. And here I am a coach. So I'm like, okay, I got to use my own tools on myself. I know I have them in my toolbox. I finally had to tighten my ponytail or put on my top knot, my big old bun. If you know me well, you know I've always got a bar bun on top of my head. Stop grieving while he's right here in my presence. And focus on the things in my control. So there's a lesson to be learned in everything that's hard. And while you're in the thick of things, sometimes that's really challenging to step outside of it. So that's why I'm here to help you do that. But you have to shift your focus on things that you and I are actually in control of. So here's the plan. I teach this inside of the Tone and 10 personal member portal every month. I upload tools and resources designed specifically for you to help you. I'm actually working right now this weekend on our new one for the next month that starts on Monday. You'll have all the tools in your toolbox to take all of your power back. I find that women in the second half of life, what we really are striving for, if weight loss or fluff or depression or empty nesting or any of these things are at the top of your list, because I know we're struggling with all of the above, most of us, I find that having a plan in place, having something to focus on for you specifically, because as I always teach, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty teapot into all the other little teacups around you in your world. So in this case, I cannot pour everything into my little Nubu and my Nemo and my family, all those little teacups, unless my teapot is full. And I've been running on an empty teapot. So if you can relate to this in whatever capacity, be that with your children, be that with your parents, be that with your job, be that with your weight challenge, be that with your physical fitness goals, I want you to try and look at things through a different lens than we used to in our 20s. We used to look through the lens of weight loss, meaning I'm just going to basically cut all my calories and almost starve myself so that I can feel better or fit in my jeans. At this stage of life, in this chapter of life, what I really want to ask you to consider is focusing on these things: being happy, being healthy, and being strong. Every night I say a prayer and I ask God, please help my family. Let us be happy, healthy, strong, and safe. So I teach this also to my clients, my students, and I taught it to some of my students this week, but I never really called it this, like so organized, compact, I guess. We went over this and we go over this in the DHO 7, which is the Daily Habits of 7 that I also teach inside of the Tone and 10 online studio. You get a copy of it every month. We revise it, sometimes tweak it along the way, because we're always a student. We're always learning. Things are always evolving, which is the way we want it to be. We don't want it to be stuck. If something is stuck, that means it's not moving forward. Just like our body, we've got to keep it moving. If you don't use it, you lose it. But it's a process for getting unstuck. So listen up. Whenever you feel stuck, here's why. You are actually making yourself the victim. You are waiting for something outside of yourself to happen before you think you can take action. You feel like you're powerless. And that's what happens when we make ourselves the victim, and our brain freaking loves to do this. So we have to take our power back, pull our ponytail a little bit tighter, put on our big girl panties, and realize that we can only control the things that we can control. So again, I watched myself do this on last Monday, and by Monday afternoon, I was kind of over myself. I was like, Heather, really? Tighten your ponytail, put on your freaking top knot bun, put on your tennis shoes, let's get in the garage, let's do a strength training workout, let's freaking go. Stop this nonsense. I decided I was going to get myself unstuck again. I was going to stop being the victim in my own little sad pity party. I was taking all of my power back, and here's how I did it. I wrote down every single thing that my brain was feeding me. All the thoughts in my brain. You know what we call this. I just filled up my notebook. Yep, the brain dump notebook. I just wrote and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote all the nonsense, as if I had unzipped the top of my brain and poured it out into this notebook. Some useful things, some were things that I needed to do that I've been putting off, procrastinating, all the things that I felt like I couldn't do, all the things I was waiting on other people to do or to help me with. And then that was like the first step. That was the first step. Step number 1, brain dump. Take the time to sit down or stand up. I don't even care. Stand up at your counter or sit down at your table or sit on the floor like I usually do and just dump out your brain and fill up. It doesn't even matter. However many pages you need to fill up. I write super big and bubbly, kind of similar to my personality. They say your handwriting is a reflection of your personality. So mine's usually big and markers and colors and pinks and blues and purples and violets, but oranges. I don't even care, but just know that your brain is offering you so much drama and so many thoughts that it will freeze you. It will put you in a trance of do nothing. So again, some of these thoughts can be useful and some of them are not useful at all. Everything that has to be done, everything that you've been putting off, dump it. You can find a copy of the Brain Dump Notebook. It's a black notebook with a pink or a white crown on the front, and it just simply says Brain Dump Notebook. It's on Amazon by Heather Newman. So if you go to Amazon, type in Heather Newman Brain Dump, you'll find it. It's like $12. I make like $1. It's not about the money for this. It literally is a tool that helps me. And I know it will help you if you invest in it. And if you don't want to invest the $12 and give me a little bit of your support, which I appreciate so much. I can see every time you buy a book and it just warms my heart to know that I've created a tool that can actually help you too. I use it. And I go back to my shelf and I pull it back out when I know that I'm in the funk and I know that I need to put on my big girl panties and I need to stop with the pity party. It's literally like the first thing you can do to start getting yourself unstuck and to start feeling a sense of relief without paying a penny for anything. If you don't want to buy the Brain Dump Notebook, which I highly encourage you to do, it means so much to me. But if you don't want to do that, just grab a notebook. Just grab a piece of paper and just dump it. It doesn't have to be neat. It doesn't have to be pretty. Make it messy. I don't even care if you can't read it. It doesn't matter. Just get it out of your head so you don't feel like you're spinning. And then the second thing that I do is I highlight or I circle. Like I go back and look at those jumbled up freaking words, all the ish that was in my head. And I take that highlighter and I highlight like I always like to do with sticky notes, Sharpies. I like all the like teacher things. I love all those things. Little bags with markers. Anyway, if you highlight the things in the brain dump that are useful, things that will help you get clarity on your thoughts, or even jumble the like things together. Like if there are similar things that your brain's bringing them up in different terminology, you can kind of put them in little buckets. This will allow you to have so many little buckets that you can actually wrap your brain around it and control it and make these crazy spinning thoughts more organized. There are so many things that you can get done by doing this. So when you highlight the words that pop out to you that are the same, let's just say they're similar, and you take a pink highlighter and highlight all the ones that belong in the same pink bucket, a blue highlighter for all the ones that go into the blue bucket. Think of it as departmentalizing your brain and organizing your brain and taking control of the spinning thoughts. Highlight the things that you know you can get done so that you feel a sense of control, like you've taken your power back. I can go to the gym. I can walk for 10 minutes. I can lift weights for 10 minutes. I can take care of Noodle. I can prepare healthy meals for myself and my family. I can organize my workspace. Just get busy highlighting all the things that you really could do. The things that you know you have control of. And then for me, I crossed out everything else that I didn't have control of. I just took a black Sharpie and I just kind of mark them out. Like, I have to give this to God. I don't have control of that. That was basically what I've done recently. And I've been practicing this, but usually I practice this in a more, let's say, business, like fitness business or GLITTERU brand or fitness and health nutrition capacity. So these last couple of weeks were a little bit different, but I just wanted to show you that you can use the brain dump in every part of your life. And we have different seasons that we go through different challenges and we experience different things at different ages in our life, different chapters in our life, with our children, with our parents, with our animals, with our babies, with our friends, relationships, with our professional life, with our business, with your health and fitness. But that's what I did next. I highlighted the things that I knew I could put in little buckets, organize them, and then I knew that these were the things that would be useful for me, that I had control of, and then scratched out with a black Sharpie all the things that I have zero control over, and I got to bless and release that. I got to let that go. And then I made a new list of things that I had control of, that I could actually do, that I could actually make progress, and everything that was in my power to create useful thoughts instead of all the spinning and the overwhelm. Now, I've got one more little action step or idea that I want to share with you that I did next. But first, I want you to hear this. Hang on.
Hey there, fitness friends and queens. Looking for a game-changing workout experience that goes beyond the ordinary in this second half of life? This is your total tone solution. ToneN10.com, your ultimate destination for feeling happy, healthy, and strong. Imagine having the perfect calendar, a personalized schedule, and a roadmap to sculpt those dreamy muscles. A simple workout of the day, you choose how often you want to do them to fit into your lifestyle. It's a clear roadmap to your success you drive at your own pace. At ToneN10.com, we're not just about workouts. We're about creating an empowering, realistic journey and healthy lifestyle just for you to feel in shape. Worried about nailing those exercises? Fret not. Our mini few-second video demos can be viewed on your phone or laptop. Break it down step by step, ensuring you're on point every time. Take that Tone Babe VIP workout anywhere, even to your local gym or even HotWorks for an unbeatable session. Just ask anyone who's tried our latest six-pack ab workout. Perfection. And hey, the magic doesn't stop there. Visit glitteru.com/samples for the 100% good-for-you supplements I've been using since 2017. Bonus, exclusive discount codes are in there waiting just for you to use today. Head over to ToneN10.com and choose your path. Whether it's the full VIP experience, month-to-month calendars and challenges, or the simplest PDF, printout, and DIY version. But here's the scoop. Full VIP experience, you get it all. Treated like the queen you are. The accountability, free push coaches, and community, all from the comfort of home and from your device. That's where the real magic begins. Join us on a fitness journey like no other. Visit ToneN10.com now. That's ToneN10.com.
Okay, so the next step of action, this is kind of like the last idea that I'm going to leave you with today. And this is just kind of packaged up in a little Tiffany blue box with a white silk ribbon, okay? So I took the new little buckets and I transferred all of that into my to-do list. You guys know that I also have a to-do list or a to-do notebook. Again, Amazon.com or Barnes & Noble, or you can just go to glitteru.com and click on books up top. But if you go to Amazon and type in to-do list, Heather Newman, you will find that little book. It's also just $12. These are organized books that they're like 5x7 and they're just adorable. They're so super cute. I even have one specifically for the summer that's got like these waves on there with this beautiful turquoise blue water with a little pink trim around it. It's absolutely just like one of my favorite notebooks. I write everything in there. Like I do brain dumps all the time in this one, in the to-do list. But the to-do list, I do a new one every single day. Whatever I don't get done, I roll over to the next page. It's super small. Well, 5x7, it's a good size. It fits in your gym bag, your beach bag. You can take it with you even to the grocery. You can make this your grocery list for healthy eating, or just if you're traveling and you need a packing list. This to-do list book, it's To-Do List on Amazon by Heather Newman. It's just easy, you guys. It's just easy. Instead of having 50 million thousand notebooks, you have a brain dump notebook and you have a to-do list notebook. Your to-do list notebook is when you've got everything organized, you're in control, you're vibing hard, you're doing the thing, you're in your routine, you're in your groove. You know what I mean? And then the brain dump is when we get thrown one of life's curveballs and we're kind of like in a funk, kind of stuck, maybe in a rut, maybe a little depressed, maybe a little anxious about something, and we need the tools to climb back out of the hole and control the things that we can control. Okay? So that's the difference in the two books. I highly recommend both of them. But I make the new list in my to-do list, right? My little notebook. And I keep it with me all the time. I keep one in my car. I keep one in my gym bag. And that's what I got busy with first thing Tuesday morning. I went and worked out. I ran my errands. I coached my clients. I made my post for GLITTERU on Instagram. And after I coached my clients and did my work, I took care of Noodle, ensuring he was comfortable and attended to. And while I was doing that, I focused on what I could do to support his healing and maintain a very positive, energetic environment. So this little process to get unstuck, I got myself from a place of victimhood, of feeling stuck, and call it the pond of misery or just a stagnant pond of funk, in a funk. That's what I was in on Sunday and Monday. And then the way I got out of that misery, that felt so stuck and gross to me and just sad. I got myself in that vibe. I started to feel that momentum again because of the switch that I did in my thoughts, the control that I have over my brain, over the things that I can control. That's what I'm calling it. Taking control, the process of dumping out all the nonsense that was in my brain, the drama in my brain, the the spinning. I dumped it out on paper. And that made such a big difference. It sounds so easy, but who actually takes the time to do that? Not many people. So the therapeutic feeling of taking that pen, opening up that brain dump notebook, unzipping your head and pouring out all of the millions of thoughts that us women carry in our brains. Dump it out on paper. Scribble it. It doesn't have to be pretty. Get it out. Then highlight everything you can control. Highlight all the things you know you have control of. And then grab your to-do list. Make that new list of buckets, the things that you could take action on. This is how I got myself moving forward in 24 hours. And everything that needed to get done, you guys, got done on that same day. And it felt so good. I felt so much better. And even my energy helped Noodle's energy. This is the belief that I have. This is the training that I offer. This is what I teach every single student inside of ToneIn10.com. Not only do we have a fitness prescription, an exercise calendar, so that we take out all the overwhelm. I try to make this lifestyle as simple as possible, but so positive and fun and happy and healthy and strong and safe for all of us. So I share these simple tools that I use. And the minute that we start taking action, the minute that we pop ourselves out of that stagnant place of misery, where we're making ourselves the victim and we're telling ourselves some ridiculous freaking story, the minute we do that, the universe meets us where we are. Nothing happened when I was stuck. The universe met me exactly where I was. Stuck. Nothing happened. No one else was taking action either. And my energy was definitely coming across to everybody else. Like, the energy was just not good. So the minute I started taking action, everybody else and the universe met me where I was in that same energetic field, and things started to improve. It was a miracle. I believe in miracles. Noodle's energy was higher. Nemo's energy was higher. And this is what I believe. I believe energy matches energy. And when we're in a low vibe, the world is just low vibing with us. So when we're taking action and we get ourselves out of that victim world, the universe, it vibes right back with us and delivers exactly what we need, exactly what we are wanting. You guys, this stuff works. I'm not kidding. I want you to know, if you're feeling stuck, there's a way to get unstuck, and I can help you. The only mountain in front of us is ourself. The mountain is you. There is no mountain. That big freaking boulder that I felt like I had been pushing up a mountain was created in my head. I'm doing that. I'm my own freaking boulder. You're your own freaking boulder. And when we are our own stagnant, stuck self in that story that our head's telling us, the drama that we're believing that our brain is offering us, and that's the only thing ever in our way, and we can take control of the things that we can control, I promise you, you will feel so much better. It's so fun to know the power of taking our lives back, and to have these self-coaching practices that we can actually implement even when we're in the thick of it, even when we're in a storm, even when we're feeling stuck as, I want to rhyme something with that so bad right now, stuck as beep. I can teach you how to coach yourself, and you can actually start practicing it right now with this process that I just shared with you. I have other podcasts earlier on where I talk about this step and how we do this and how we use the Daily Unleash Habits Planner or the brain dump that I mentioned or the to-do list notebook. And you don't need to do all of them at one time. Just figure out what you need in the moment. This process of getting unstuck is my practice. This is my passion. This is my world. This is my life of coaching. It works. So wherever you are right now, know that if you dump your brain out and you take a look at all the drama and the spinning that's going on in your brain, that's keeping you feeling like the victim to your own freaking life, and then you pull out the useful thoughts that make you feel better. You pull out the things that you have control of, and know at this point that you are taking action. You're doing it. You're moving. Just like I always talk about going for a walk, going for a walk, going for a walk. It's not about the number of steps you get in. That's awesome if you walk 10,000 steps. Yay! But it's about making a very intentional time slot for you to start putting one foot in front of the other and start moving, because energy exerts energy. Movement forward makes you move forward. Pull out the things you have control of, and you can start taking action right now. And you start thinking only on those things. You just scratch out, like I did with my black Sharpie, all the things that you cannot control. Get rid of those. Scribble out all the rest. All the things outside of your control. Take a black Marquee, cross them out. Focus on the things that you can control. Just train your brain. And you can do this just like we train our muscles. You can just train your brain to concentrate only on the things that you have control of. And you start taking action from that place. Everything starts meeting you. Everything starts working again. You're back in the groove. You're back in your vibe. You're back in your momentum game. And you feel so much better. You just feel so much more alive and in control and so much more productive and so much more powerful in your own life. All right? All right. You can do it. I can do it. I do it all the time. And I want you to start doing it all the time as well. If you need coaching, you can hire me right away to be your private coach. Or you can get in my next group coaching, which has fitness, nutrition. You take the pieces that you need. I don't push anything on you. I give you the roadmap, but you do have to drive the car. My next group starts on Monday. But you can actually do this anytime. You can join VIP today and just start navigating, looking around, being like, I can do this. Do this anytime that works best in your schedule. I design a workout, exercise, and fitness routine, or a prescription, if you will, every month. So there's no stuckness, no confusion, no overwhelm. And you also get private sessions and chats when you feel like you need them with that VIP package. You also get my guide, my checklist, and my calendar. It's so useful, so helpful. I also give rewards. If you show up every day, I tell you the rules. Like every month they change a little bit for accountability purposes. And when you check in, we have rewards. You can win yourself a to-do list. You can win yourself a planner. You can qualify for a t-shirt. Cute t-shirts. They're not just t-shirts. They're like unique t-shirts. They're like very rare, and we only offer them for a certain amount of time, so you can't just like get them anywhere, anytime. It's so cool to look back at our t-shirts along the way in this journey, especially during lockdown. Like we had certain ones during lockdown, and I pull them out sometimes. I'm like, wow, I remember this. This is crazy. It's like a little journal, like a little Pinterest. It's like our own little sorority with no judgment. You can sit with us. We're not the mean girls here. We focus on getting happy and strong. Weight loss is just the extra bonus if that's your goal. We design it that way. So it's so useful. It's so helpful. It teaches you so many skills that will help you live the exact life you want to live and have the relationship with yourself, the self-confidence, the motivation, and the enthusiasm of or for your life again, and you'll be surrounded if you need it. Some people don't think they need community, but then once you get in there, you're like, oh wait, these women are dealing with the same shit I'm dealing with, right? And to have such easy, happy, loving relationships with the people that are the most important to you is so important. So I love for you to invest in yourself. Come work with me either privately or in the group. This group is absolutely freaking the bomb, amazing, phenomenal. You're going to love these women so much, and you're going to literally transform before your own eyes, before your family's eyes, and before my eyes as your coach. It will be a freaking blast. It's so much more than you can even possibly think right now, but it's not going to be overwhelming. I embrace you where you are. And I know it's scary, and if you've never been coached or part of a group like that before, I know that you have hesitations because your brain loves to talk you out of things that feel really scary, but I'm telling you, you will not regret it. You will love it so much. You can cancel at any time, but I know you're not going to want to cancel. Everyone that starts on the monthly, because they're like, I'll just try it for a month. And then they're like, oh, wait, this is cool. I'm going to do it for the whole summer, right? Like 3 months. And then they're like, gosh, I get such a better deal when I do the annual. So that's typically the path, but I get it. You can get your toes wet first. You will not regret it. You will love it so much, and it will be the very best choice you've ever made. I truly know this. So I adore you. Thank you for showing up today and being such an amazing part of my podcast universe, my own podcast experience. Consistency is the most powerful way for us to live. I hope you have the best week, and I will talk to you next Wednesday. If you love this podcast, I invite you to come work with me. Go to glitteru.com and tonin10.com. Sign up for my next VIP group, and let's create your dream life together. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye, you guys.
Hey friend, thank you so much for listening to Heather's Get Unstuck podcast. Her goal is to help as many women as possible, and if this episode helped you in any way, you can directly impact Heather's efforts by simply sharing a screenshot of this to your social media or team. Also, if you're looking for additional support, feel free to find Heather on Instagram at GLITTERU, her website at www.glitteru.com, and or join the free Get Unstuck community Facebook group. It's been a tough few years. Have you felt a little lost, fell off track? Or maybe your life feels like it's been flipped upside down? Are you ready to get back on track with a simple jumpstart, the healthy way? The 7-Day Sugar Detox, Sugar is the Devil book is now available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. It is a straightforward shortcut that tells you exactly what to eat and how to do this. The 7-Day Sugar Detox, Sugar is the Devil workbook and guide by Heather Newman will help you navigate a new healthy relationship with food. It will teach you which foods work for you and those that don't. This 7-Day Sugar Detox guide is meant to be a staple. It's not a one-time use only book. It's one that you'll want to keep coming back to over and over again for guidance. It's the permanent solution that you've been looking for. This guide is used as a resource to get you back on track when you fall off, and we all do. It's a journey, not a destination. So happy to hear how many of you are enjoying this book, getting massive weight loss results, and use it as a tool after those binging weekends when you've really whooped it up. It's the perfect, easy-to-follow guide, including a grocery list and meal planning recipe options for breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner. If it's not on the list, it's not for us. Be sure to grab yours today and grab one for a friend. The 7-Day Sugar Detox, Sugar is the Devil by Heather Newman is available in a paperback and a hardback version. Visit the website www.sugardetox7.com or simply find it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble websites. Sugar is the Devil.